I'm Amelie and welcome once again to my channel. Today I'm going to be watching Kinnporsche episode number 3. And let me just first say that I am extremely overworked. I am incredibly tired and I'm also very, very stressed. And it's not that I'm just randomly giving you a report on my mental state just because of my pathological need to share things with other people. No. In this case, I'm telling you just so you can imagine the kind of reaction that you're going to get today. And also to say that the reason why this is coming a little bit late, and it's probably going to continue coming a little bit later than originally planned, which was on Friday, is because I made the terrible decision of taking on a translation project that has made my life a living hell. Like, honestly, it's just so much work. And normally it's not something that I would take because of the topic of the translation is definitely an area that I don't have a lot of experience or I'm very interested or know a lot about. So it has been mostly just work for me. I've been researching and translation and having to deal with a client as well. It has been honestly just a living hell. So that's what happened. The reason I took it was to make a favor to a friend. So that should that should teach you to be nice to people. Don't. Sometimes it fucks you over, honestly. So that's what's happening. That's why these reactions are going to come a little bit later than usual. And I was working as I was supposed to, but then I realized that I had been reading the same paragraph for like half an hour and honestly no information was going in. Like it felt like it was bouncing on my forehead. So I realized that maybe I needed a break. Maybe my brain had clocked out like a while ago and I was just continue working for nothing. So I decided to take a little break and use this break to do something that I actually enjoy, just to bring a ounce of happiness back into my life. So watching Kinnporsche it is. Technically, I'm supposed to be watching Guardian, but honestly, my brain cannot take anything more complicated than this. I need something a little bit lighter. And who would have thought that would be Kinnporsche? Not that I think that it's always going to be that way, but I feel like because I've just started, we are still getting used to the characters, so we are not getting very complicated with the plot so far. So we have been getting like hints of something going on, but we haven't gotten too much. And Guardian, I am finishing that show, like I'm in the last 10 episodes, something like that. And everything has been happening. Like every single thing that can happen, it has happened. And it's like too many characters doing too many different things in too many different places. And my brain cannot cope with that at the moment. I need my brain a little bit fresher and a little bit more awake for me to give the reaction to Guardian that it deserves. So I guess I'm going to do this with Kinnporsche, which hopefully is going to continue the same way that it did in the second episode, and it's going to be, as light and as easy to understand as it was. Also, my English is absolutely shit today. I have been like dealing nothing but English and like for so long. Like honestly, it's just over. My brain is over it. Anyway, enough about my mental state. Let's move on to some nicer things. Let's talk about Kinnporsche. So, what happened in Kinnporsche in the last episode? So finally, we get Porsche going to work to this place where a lot of bodyguards live. I guess this place is enormous because they have a pool, they have like a gym, they have like a tailor, a doctor. They also have like individual apartments for every pair of bodyguards, and there is a lot of bodyguards. So this is a lot. This is a lot of things that there are in. I'm guessing this is a whole building, but Porsche goes there and he proceeds to make every single bad decision that was available to him. Like every single one. Like he didn't make one good choice in the whole of the episodes. And I'm saying this with actual concern. I am speaking because I am concerned for Porsche. Porsche, where did you leave your brain in the same place where mine is at the moment, probably not there. Like the whole of the episode number 2, Porsche's brain was just not available for interacting, comment, or participating in his life in any way. So he did a lot of shit. He tried to feed Ken wasabi. He badmouthed his friends in front of them. He accidentally set a fire in the house. He killed some fish. He beat a member of a minor family who's also related to them. Like, I think he was King's cousin as well, but more importantly, he's member of the minor family, so that was bad. And a lot of things. Porsche could not help himself. And I think, I could see where his dissatisfaction is coming from. Obviously, this is not a job that he's doing because he wants to. He's doing this job because he's forced to do it by the circumstances. Obviously, at the beginning, Kin wanted to make him take the job, but in the end, he didn't. And what actually makes him take the job is the fact that his uncle gambled away the money for the house. So now he needed that money to, support him and to support himself and his brother. So he takes the job. So he's there for that reason. But I can see that he feels push into something that he doesn't like. And I also get the feeling that he actually doesn't take things very seriously, because if I was working for the mafia, I'll be terrified of saying the wrong thing and being shot. Like, these guys, they don't care. They'll pull their guns out for any reason. So I would be very concerned of doing those things. I think they were actually incredibly patient with him not to have, tried to kill him before, because he pulled a lot of shit. But I think it's because he still doesn't get like what's happening around him. It's like, look around. These people, they're not kidding around. So on the one hand that, but on the other hand is like, these people actually gave you the job. They gave you the money to solve your problems. Like, maybe don't mess it up, because otherwise how you're going to pay for things? Like, I don't know. I can see where he's coming from, but my God, I almost lose it with Porsche last episode. And I think it's because a lot of the attitudes that he had, I could relate to. Like, it's not what I would have done, but the fact that they occurred to me right away, like the moment I saw each of the things that he was going to do, is like, oh no, he's going to do this. So I feel like Porsche and I, we are connected in a certain way. So I can understand him. But again, no, please get your shit together, Porsche, please. So at the end, it seems like he did something right, because he beat this literal child. He was a teenager called, I actually don't remember what he was called. I know his brother is Vegas, and I know his dad is Gun, I think, but the name of the child, I don't remember it. But he beat him, and apparently this is a child that has a very bad relationship with Tankhun, who is Ken's older brother, and Tankhun was really impressed by having Porsche literally beat a child. So he asked Ken to exchange bodyguards with, between Porsche and Pete, and he accepted. So now Porsche is going to be working for Tankhun. Now, I think this is a pretty sweet deal, because as far as we know, obviously Tankhun is a little bit eccentric. I'll give him that. He's eccentric, but as far as I could see in this episode, he doesn't seem that bad. Like, first of all, he watches series, he watches Miss Universe, two things that, well, actually I've never seen the Miss Universe competition, but honestly, between that and possibly being shot, I wouldn't mind watching the Miss Universe competition. The closest I've gotten is what is the name of that Sandra Bullock movie that they do the whole Miss Universe thing, Miss America, something like that. That is the only pageant that I've actually seen. So, I don't know, but it may be fun. The other thing is that he actually doesn't seem that bad, because let me tell you something. Porsche killed his pets, his pet carps. I think that was the fish. And if you kill one of my pets, I would definitely not be putting you in a mermaid outfit. I'll be kicking your fucking ass. And I'm not mafia. this is just coming from somebody who normally would not like violence. But if you hurt my pets, I would definitely not be doing something whimsical and funny. I'll be doing something violent and just losing my fucking mind. So I think he should be grateful that Tankhun actually chose to put him in that outfit rather than going like John Wick and just going on a rampage of death. And John Wick isn't even a mafia. Not that I actually seen the movies because those are too violent for me. But you know what I mean. I think Tankhun was actually pretty generous with what he did, considering the possibilities that were available to him. So I kind of like the idea of working for Tankhun. I don't know if Porsche is going to like it. I think it's probably going to see it as demeaning. Especially since he was the boss in King's bodyguard group, and now he's just working with Tankhun that I can assume is not the same type of work. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see and watch the episodes to see what happened there. I'm also kind of guess, this is a complete guess. I don't know. But I'm going to guess that Kin already maybe has a little bit of fondness for Porsche. I'm thinking that Kin maybe likes that Porsche is a little bit. He's mischievous and that he's maybe more irreverent than other people. So I don't know. I wouldn't say that he's like in love or anything like that, but I think he's definitely attracted to him, because in the last episode he was definitely checking his ass. Like I clocked that. But I would say that he's also intrigued with Porsche's personality, and you have to accept that he seems like a pretty fun guy. Maybe somebody who needs to take stock of his life and maybe realizing where he's working now. But other than that, I would say that he's a pretty fun guy, and I don't know. I think there is something there as well. Now, anything else about the episodes? Yes. Very suspicious Kins that insisting on first of all, insisting on Porsche being his bodyguard, and then protecting Porsche from the other guy from the minor family. Like, there's something going on there. And I already knew that this guy is bad news because he's playing chess. And every time that you have a character playing chess in a show, they are definitely doing something, that you're not supposed to know, that they're definitely scheming something like that. Sometimes it's not necessarily bad, but in this case, I don't know. I don't trust him because he has seemed pretty affable so far. Like, he's seemed pretty nice, but I don't trust that. I just don't trust that. So I don't know. I guess we'll see if we get any more clues about what may be happening there. Anything else? There is a guy that is trying to kill Kin, but I don't know. He's a member of the mafia. That's literally what happened in the first episode. I am guessing that there's a lot of people who want to kill him. So I don't know. I don't know if that was special, if that was like the villain of the show. So who knows? Okay, so that's it for me. Let's just go into the show and see these two mafia men falling in love, I guess. So let's go to episode number 3 right now.